All right, we're a pitch delayed, but welcome back to Buckeye Field for Game 2 of the doubleheader. After the Wolverines lose in dramatic fashion to the Ohio State Buckeyes in Game 1. Got Indy Langford leading off the Wolverines here. Count goes 1-1. Sorry, we're a little bit late, but I'm Luke Bealey, joined alongside by Alex Miller.
I was having some tech problems, folks. It's on me.
The Wi-Fi's not so generous here, but this will be Kennedy K in a circle here for the Buckeyes. Laying down a bunt is Langford. This one trickles foul, so she'll do it all again. Count goes 1-2. But we're trying to get all settled in this little space that we are. I think we're about 5 minutes ahead of schedule as the last game ended. Around what time was it, Alex? 7:30-ish? Something like that.
Something like that.
Either way, Kennedy K has a 1-2 count on Indy Langford. Here it comes. Swinging a chopper over to short. Nice, easy routine play made by Quarterax over there. Flips over to first for the first out of the game. Ohio State already rolling on defense.
Yeah, pretty easy play there for Quarterax, who plays a really smooth short. And Kennedy K gets the start in the circle. Really the only non-freshman pitcher that consistently sees time for the Buckeyes this year. 5.27 ERA for this year, over 70 and a third of work.
Well, this will bring up Janisa Conway here for the Wolverines. Opting out of the first pitch. Ball one. But you're right, Alex. Kennedy K, she's got 70.2 innings pitched on the year with 81 hits against, 53 earned runs, 41 strikeouts, and 33 walks. This seems like a pitcher that the Wolverines should be able to hit off today. She's got a 1-0 count here. Swinging a foul back into the screen is Janisa Conway. 1-1 count. As Buckeye Field slowly fills up. I mean, the rules are you got to come out of the building and come back in. I'm not quite sure, you know. But either way, 1-1 count to Janisa Conway as K rocks and fires. Swinging a fly ball into shallow center field, tripping, not able to make the grab out there as Janisa Conway turns into second, sliding for a double. Lamone, who made a couple fantastic plays to end that game, the first game that was, a little banged up in center, not able to make that play.
Yeah, it just slipped. She's still checking on her cleats, but for Michigan, bit of a break. Conway, maybe that drops, maybe it doesn't. She's probably not on second, but on a break and a really good center fielder. Lamone just lost her footing and get an early runner in scoring position. Try to strike first again here in Game 2.
Well, she'll fix her cleats and trot back into her position in center field. That is Janisa Conway on second base. We've got one out here at the top of the first. This is Lauren Putz for the Wolverines. Okay, back into her rhythm, and she fires the 0-0. This one in the dirt. 1-0 count.
Pair of hits in Game 1 tonight for Putz, who's seen it well all year long. Freshman hitting 400, big-time pop. It's going to be something to see her in a couple years down the line.
All right, Lauren Putz waiting on the 1-0 here from K. Here it comes. This one upstairs. Count goes 2-0. Janisa Conway staying in check over at second. Outfield playing straight up, as is the infield standard depth. Janisa Conway settles back into her position in the batter's box, waiting on K to get settled and deliver the 2-0. This one downstairs once again. Count goes 3-0. Lauren Putz in command.
Yeah, good patience there for Putz. She hasn't chased much all year long. It's been really impressive from the freshman.
Lauren Putz awaiting the 3-0. See if they give her the green light here. We got one out in the top of the first. Putz awaiting the 3-0. That one's just a bit outside. And Lauren Putz will trot over to first. Base runner on first and second here for the Wolverines. One out in the top of the first. This will bring up Ella Stevenson.
I think I'm losing my voice here, partner, but Stevenson had a good day. She had a homer in the first game. Big chance here for Michigan early.
Wind kind of still drifting to that kind of left field northern direction. Stevenson takes pitch one for a ball, 1-0 count. Ball's really flying today. Ohio State, all their runs coming on homers.
And that's what they do. After today, 107 homers, leads the country by a mile. Over 20 more than the next best team.
The 1-0 misses outside, 2-0 count. We'll have a little circle visit already as Burns goes to chat with Kay, kind of settle you down a little bit. Hey, you're behind early on in this first inning. Let's just calm down. Game 2 of 2 tonight. Regroup. Expecting another sellout crowd tonight, Alex. People are slowly filing in. Michigan faithful still hanging around. It's good to see.
Yeah, it was packed for game 1. Got loud when the Buckeyes did some damage. There's a good Michigan contingent considering the road trip.
Sure.
Not a bad drive. We did it ourselves today.
Easy. The 2-0 to Stevenson on the way. This one misses outside. Once again, that's 7 straight balls from Kennedy K.
Kay this year has walked 33 hitters in her 70 innings of work, so high clip, but not necessarily meaning that she'd walk a couple straight here in the first inning.
Sure.
See if Stevenson tries to tee off here 3-0.
No, she will not. That will find the strike zone. Count goes 3-1. Stevenson staying disciplined at the plate here, knowing that Kay kind of has to find a rhythm up there in the circle. Got base runner on first and second. Puts on first, Conway on second.
If you're Stevenson, don't do Kay's work for her. Don't chase anything here, 3-1.
That's right, the 3-1 as Kay rocks and delivers. This one misses downstairs. Bases loaded, an early opportunity here for the Wolverines. 1 out in the top of the first.
Yeah, you said it. About as good as you can get for a start here for Michigan. Big chance for Lily Valamont to do some damage, and saw Michigan take an early lead. You know they're going to need run support in this game with how good this Ohio State offense is. Big chance to strike. You can't get nothing here when you have the bases loaded and 1 gone.
Well, let's do it. Lily Valamont, the right-handed hitter, batting .270 on the year, steps into the batter's box. Doesn't like pitch 1, but that's in there for a strike. 0-1 count.
Good spot from Kay there inside to a right-handed hitter.
Got to get this ball into play, up in the air. Try to score 1 at least here. If you're Michigan, Valamont awaiting the 0-1. This one misses, no doubt about that. Ball 1, 1-1 count.
All 3 Wolverines run pretty well. They're aboard. Valamont can hit something to an alley there. This could score a couple, maybe clear them.
Valamont awaiting the 1-1 on the way. Swinging a chopper. This one will drift foul. Count goes 1-2. And Valamont needs to put together a nice at-bat here to keep this inning alive for the Wolverines on offense. Waiting on the 1-2. Kennedy K loads up, rocks back, and delivers. Swing and a miss. That is strikeout number 1 on the day for Kennedy K, and a crucial one at this stage of the game.
Went with a drop ball low. Valamont chased it. It's a good pitch from Kay. Just looked good all the way there, and all of a sudden it's below the zone. But now big up here for Sealer. Again, don't want to strand the bases loaded when you've got such a good opportunity to plate some early runs.
Ellie Sealer batting .315 on the year. She's in the 6th spot today for the Wolverines. Got the bases loaded with 2 outs in the top of the first. Pitch 1 in there for a strike. Very convincing one. 0-1. As the big stadium lights are finally turned on and the sun creeps down.
Friday night softball.
Hey, man. Where else would you rather be? The 0-1 to Sealer.
Ooh.
Oh, no doubter on that one once again. 0-2 count here. Ellie Sealer's got herself in a situation.
Good spot there for Kay inside, able to paint the black, and now she's got Sealer right where she wants her. There's not a lot of swing and miss in this bat for Ellie Sealer. Got to stay alive here, protect.
The 0-2 to Sealer on the way. Swinging a chopper over to first. Easily handled, and stepping on first is Milliken, and that will do it for the inning. Wolverines threaten to score with bases loaded, but ultimately amount to nothing, and we will head to the bottom of the first. Kind of wanted those runs after the end of the first game, Alex.
No doubt, and you get a chance there. You get a couple free passes. You work them. You work the count. You do your job, but unfortunately can't plate any, and now it's up to Erin Hoehn to do what Lauren Derkowski did for the most part in Game 1 and quiet this Buckeye offense.
This will bring up
stellar lately.
Right. Sure. Erin Hoehn, she's got 94 innings pitched, 15-2 in her starts. 78 hits, 34 runs, 32 ER with 29 walks and 85 strikeouts. Erin Hoehn with a 238 ER has been, Alex, you said it, been good for the Wolverines this year. And as of late, you're right.
Yeah, she's been really great lately. You've seen games where if Lauren Derkowski's gotten into a jam in the 6th or 7th inning, they've felt comfortable enough to put Hoehn in a clutch spot like that. She's been delivering in her own starts, able to go deep, work deep, and that's just a huge asset to a team that has really relied on Lauren Derkowski and, of course, continues to do so. But Hoehn this year has thrown nearly as many innings as she threw all of last season in total, and it's just been really impressive to see her grow to the sophomore.
Leading off here for the Ohio State Buckeyes, this will be Hadley Parisian in the 1 spot. She's playing left field today. And T-shirts are flying across this place, trying to get Ohio State fans involved as they were in Game 1. This place, it's a great atmosphere here, Alex.
It is. Maybe you'll get a T-shirt if we get lucky.
You know what? I mentioned it in broadcast 1. I don't really need one of these T-shirts. I'm going to be honest. Erin Hoehn delivers first pitch ball to start her appearance today. Would you take a T-shirt?
As you said.
You don't really need one.
Don't need one maybe, but.
The old one fall off into the screen.
Nice to get a souvenir. We were here, prove it, you know.
Sure, you're right.
Take a photo at some point.
Yeah, I know. We got to do that after the game. They'll keep the lights up for us, but.
Here's what I watched with Hoehn. Erin Hoehn goes to this rosin bag, this giant rosin bag that she brings out herself.
Yeah.
Nearly between every pitch. And, you know, settle down, take a deep breath, get a good grip on the ball. It's her way of getting zen, I guess.
1-1 in there for a strike. 1-2 count here. Erin Hoehn in command early. Parisian looking to kind of start this game a little bit hotter than Ohio State would have liked to their first time around. 1-2 count is upstairs for ball 2. There's a bunch of little kids down there making some interesting noises. I'm not quite sure what that's all about, but the 2-2 from Hoehn, wave and a miss. 1 up, 1 down for Erin Hoehn. Nice stuff on that. Swing and a miss. Great start.
Changed the eye level a couple times there. Got her with a rise ball. Good stuff there from Hoehn to start things off, and now you got to deal with Jazzy Burns in the 2 spot, who was somewhat quieted in Game 1, considering this is one of the best hitters in the country.
Jasmine Burns, she's batting .488 on the year with a slugging percentage over 1,000. This is one of the best hitters in the country, Alex, as you said. In the 2 spot, lethal. She's ahead of the count here, 1-0 as Hoehn steps back, gets settled, rocks, and delivers. This ball skied into left field. A routine grab out there. It's made by Ellie Sealer. That'll be the second out of the inning, and ever so efficient is Erin Hoehn through 2 outs.
Pretty good.
So bring on Reagan Milliken in the 3 spot, another right-handed hitter for the Buckeyes. Looking to kind of keep this inning alive here for Ohio State. Hoehn delivers the 0-0. This one right back over to Sealer, but settling under it. That's McVeigh for the final out of the inning. As McVeigh backtracks about 4 steps into the outfield, makes the grab. 3 up, 3 down here for the Wolverines on defense. Good start. We'll head to the top of the second here from Buckeye Field.
Pretty good. Good work for Hoehn. I mean, we've said it countless times throughout these first 2 broadcasts, but this Ohio State order is really incredible. All 9 hitters hit over 300. Skylar Lamone's the only player in the lineup without at least 8 homers, and we just saw her go yard in Game 1 today. There's no easy out in this Buckeye order whatsoever. They're all tough.
That's right.
They're all, players that could hit in the middle of an order on a different team, and it's been an incredible group for Kieran Kumar in her first year in Ohio State, and good start for Hoehn to get 3 of them in a row.
Kennedy Kay already 23 pitches into her day. She'll step back into the circle, finish her warm-up. As the Tigers lead 4-1, Alex. This is great news.
There you go.
In the bottom of the 5th, Trey Sweeney one-run double.
Oh, good for him.
You love to see that, right? Riley Green with a single, 2 RBI. I love it. Either way, we are in the top of the second now. Knotted up at 0s apiece. 1 hit leads the Wolverines to the Buckeye. No hits. Kennedy Kay about done with her warm-up. Probably get 1 or 2 more pitches. Yep, gives her the home plate umpire the thumbs up. And we're about underway here. Leading off here for the Wolverines. It's going to be Maddie Erickson in the 7th spot. We'll go Maddie Erickson. Excuse me, just completely blanked on that one. Maddie Ramey and Erin Hoehn, who is batting in place of Ella McVeigh in what would be the 9 spot as she was last game. That's the only change in the lineup that we got today. So the pitcher will be hitting. It's always an interesting phenomenon when I see pitchers in the batter's box.
Michigan's used it a couple times as a late. Hoehn had a big homer not too long ago and gets you another power bat toward the bottom of the order.
Maddie Erickson takes pitch 1 in the dirt for a ball. Kennedy Kay not really able to find her complete stuff thus far. I mean, of course, the Wolverines threatened to score in the first inning, but amount to nothing. But Wolverines still hovering around here early. Erickson awaiting the 1-0. Swings this one directly over Kennedy Kay, and she will make a nice little underhanded grab right there for out 1 of the inning.
Good start for Kay to the inning, settle down, walked 2 hitters in the first. Not something you want to do against a Michigan group that can make you pay.
This is Maddie Ramey in the 8 spot here for the Wolverines, the junior left-handed hitter batting .295 on the year. She'll settle in there and wait on Kay to deliver. First pitch strike, no doubt about that one. 0-1 goes the count here.
Ramey didn't have a hit in game 1 today, but she walked 3 times. Some really good discipline, really good eye, fought off some pitches. A couple of really good plate appearances in game 1 for Maddie Ramey.
Maddie Ramey standing in there. The 0-1 on the way. Oh, sniffing that little head up there. Look out, Alex. It almost caught a piece of the head of Maddie Ramey. Count goes 1-1, of course. Way to get out of the way right there.
That's why you wear a helmet.
That is correct. The helmet's a point of controversy, too, as you and I had some disagreements as to the style of them. But, hey, we're the fashion police, right? So the 1-1 on the way to Ramey. Swing and a miss.
No one really ever wants my opinion on fashion, so.
Come on, don't give me that.
Oh.
You got quite the wardrobe. You'd sporting the WCBM polo, some khakis, and a nice little set of shoes.
I mean, a lot of options when I come to dress for something like this.
That's right.
Look around my wardrobe. Which of my 2 WCBN polos do I choose today?
The 1-2 on the way to Ramey. Swing and a miss. This one off speed catches Ramey completely fooled. That'll do it for the second out of the inning. And will ultimately bring up the pitcher, Erin Hoehn.
Good drop ball from Kay there. That's the same pitch she got Valamont swinging on. It's working for her earlier.
Erin Hoehn, the righty. She's batting .286 on the year. The sophomore right-handed hitter. He can pitch, he can hit, utility all over the place. Checks the swing. Regardless, that ball's in there for a strike. 0-1.
Hoehn's been a recent addition, this new idea of putting her at the bottom of the order. She's 2 for 7, 5 RBIs, a pair of walks. She had the homer. So small sample size, but she's had a good start at the plate this year.
Awaiting the 0-1. Standing in there nice and poised. This ball caught a piece of her foot as she'll trot over to first base. I thought that just got a piece of the dirt below her, but I caught a piece of Erin Hoehn, and that is a 2-out base runner here for the Wolverines.
We saw Michigan get a lot of base runners on, and with 2 outs in game 1, they didn't plate a ton of them.
Sure.
See if Indiana Langford, the top of this Michigan order, can make some 2-out magic here with Hoehn aboard on the freebie.
Like you said, Alex, we are at the top of the order for the Wolverines. This is Indy Langford, of course, the left-handed hitter for the Wolverines. Umpire done discussing with Erin Hoehn on first base. Kennedy Kay working back into her motion and delivering the 0-0. Showing bunt, pulling that one back. That is a ball, and notably the corners of the infield charging in to kind of combat this bunt from Indiana Langford. The 1-0 to Indy Langford. Kay delivers. Goes bunt once again. This one misses again once more. That looked good to me, but not down there. 2-0 goes the count.
A couple takes here by Indy Langford, who struck out 3 times in game 1. Very uncharacteristic for her. Not a lot of wave and miss in this bat. Puts a lot of balls in play.
She's 0 for 1 the day, awaiting the 2-0. She'll lay down a bunt for sure on this one, charging in and making the play. Buick, no play over to first, and that is a successful bunt from Indy Langford. Terrific out of her.
Yep. I mean, she's batting nearly 400. That might put her back over 400, and the bunt single has been a big part of it. Able to lay one down there straight in front of her. Splits 4 Buckeyes, nobody able to get her.
That was a great bunt. Burns not able to pop out of that catcher stance and get to the ball, nor was Buick over at third. Runners on first and second here for the Michigan Wolverines. 2 outs in the top of the second. This is Janisa Conway grounding a soft little grounder over to second. Nice little routine play by Farley. Flips over to first, and that'll do it for the top of the second. We'll head to the bottom of the second to see the Ohio State Bats knotted up at 0-0. Not a bad inning for the Wolverines on the rally half of things.
Got 2 on, but Michigan stranded a lot of base runners in game 1. They weren't able to capitalize as many times as they could. And look, that's a tough spot. You get 2 outs, but Hoehn gets you a runner on. Langford finds a way aboard with the bunt. Unfortunately, Conway just couldn't pay it off, but Conway's in there in the 2 spot because you wanted to come up with runners on. And look, for Michigan, you've put on some good swings, put together some good ABs. Hope that it comes together and you're able to pull this game out because, you know, game 1 today was kind of a heartbreaker. You had it in the bag going into the 6th inning and unfortunately weren't able to close.
A lot of softball left. That is the 5th base runner left on by the Wolverines already in 2 innings of offense. Erin Hoehn will take the circle once again. She's already that is 8 pitches into her start today. Something terrific. It was a great first inning for Erin Hoehn. Warm up done, throw over to second. Nice little throw, tag, and we're about underway here. Quartercracks will lead off the Ohio State Buckeyes to start the bottom of the second. Trying to listen to what walk-up song she has, but I can't decipher it. I think the walk-up song is quite the phenomenon. I love it. What would you walk up to? Do you have a song in mind?
I don't have a song. I'll get back to you.
Okay, cool. I like that.
Do you know what yours would be?
Oh, boy, I'll have to think on that one, too. It might be like a 5th inning answer, but.
Or Sunday.
You're right. I'll have to hit the playlist tomorrow or tonight and figure it out. But Hoehn finds the dirt, pitch 1-0 count here. Quartercracks.
I think it'd be amusing to walk up to Boogie Wonderland.
That seems to be your song, man.
It's my song. I'm on the record for calling it the greatest song of all time. Can't be sad when you listen to Boogie Wonderland.
Did you call it the greatest song of all time?
Okay, maybe that's a stretch, but it's up there.
The 2-0 on the way. Quartercracks skies this one up over the head of Hoehn. Nice little routine pop-up. That'll do it for the first out of the inning. I don't know about Boogie Wonderland. It's a great song. I'd like it for you. I don't know what I got to walk up to, though. I have to think on that.
Back to softball, though, for Hoehn there. Fell behind 2-0, threw a good pitch, got a weak pop-up.
Yeah.
Fine with her attacking, even some of the best Buckeye hitters.
Kind of jammed those hands in early, and, I mean, just got the short end of that barrel. This is first pitch ball to Buick. Sammy Buick. Awaiting the 1-0 from Hoehn. Swinging a chopper. This one's foul. Count goes 1-1. As a swift northerly breeze kind of sweeps in. Alex sporting his quarter zip. How's it feel?
Cozy.
I like that.
How are you feeling?
I feel great. No complaints yet.
Midwestern guy.
You're right. They're on the way, though. The 1-1 to Sammy Buick. Hoehn, nice off-speed pitch. 1-2. Had you grunting, too, huh?
That's a good pitch. I mean, we saw Derkowski keep hitters off balance in game 1 with the off speed. That's a really good offering there from Hoehn. Now you've got the timing, 2 strikes. Where do you go? And
in the dirt she goes. Count goes 2-2. But Hoehn in command early of this game. Michigan doing a good job of kind of combating these nothing short of terrific kind of hitters that Ohio State has compiled. The 2-2. Swung over to third, and this one is through the glove of Erickson. It creeps into the outfield, and this will be a single from Buick. Let's see if they chalk this one up to an error. I doubt it. That was a hard-hit ball off the bat of Buick, but nonetheless, base runner here for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, they call it a single, but tough play for Erickson at the hot corner. Hit hard, almost had it on one hop, just had to pick it. It's a pretty sure glove for Erickson, but tough play.
Caitlin Farley now. Swinging a chopper over to McVeigh. She handles, flips over to second. That'll get 1. And that'll be all the Wolverines settle for on that little play, but McVeigh able to cut off the lead runner for the second out of the inning. Morgan Fry, who did not have quite the successful day or game that was in game one, is up to bat here now for the Buckeyes. She's got 2 outs and a base runner on. We're here in the bottom of the second. Erin Hoehn misses with pitch 1, 1-0 count. The wind still has not died down. If you hear some of that disruption, we apologize. Count goes 1-1 as Hoehn finds a strike zone. Erin Hoehn with a 1-1 count. Rocks and fires. This one just misses inside. Count goes 2-1. Fry looking to kind of bounce back from game one.
Didn't put a ball in play in game one. Pair of strikeouts, then a walk. It's a really dangerous power hitter, though.
He's got 136 OPS. Oh, wave and a miss. Great pitch by Erin Hoehn right there. Had Fry swinging on by it.
Fry took a big cut. Can do damage. Hoehn went into her hands. Righty on righty.
She's in the 7th spot here for the Buckeyes. Swinging a foul back into the screen. Alex, this was our way. If that screen wasn't there, that's my ball.
I might have jumped in front of you.
But Fry batting 400 on the year in the 7th spot for the Buckeyes. That just tells you how good this lineup is.
Yep.
With an over 50% on base percentage and slugging at around 80%. She'll swing this ball into left field. Backing up and making the grab is Ellie Sealer for the final out of the inning. Ohio State with 1 base runner. They'll leave her stranded. But we'll head to the top of the 3rd here for the Wolverine bats. Looking to heat up once again.
But, hey, this has been a really good start for Erin Hoehn through 2 innings of work.
Yeah.
Seen 7, just 1 hit, and could have maybe been a tough play made by Maddie Erickson. It's been a really good start for Hoehn. Nothing's been hit particularly difficultly well. I mean, that was hit fairly well out to left, but Sealer was never in danger of not getting to that ball. And good start so far. Now you need the bats to wake up here if you're Michigan after 2.
That's right. We do thank you for tuning in to WCBN's coverage of Michigan athletics, particularly Michigan softball. I'm Luke Peely, joined alongside Alex Miller. Maybe we'll get a little broadcaster cam here. He'll just change it. All right, let's do that.
There we are.
There we are. How we doing? I had something else to say, but the broadcaster cam coming on kind of frazzled me a little bit, got a little nervous.
You asked for it.
But either way, another packed house as Buckeye Field is kind of filling up a little bit. It's not game 1 attendance, but beautiful weather here from Columbus.
It is. Gorgeous evening here in Columbus. And tomorrow we've got a whole day off. Maybe we'll explore a little bit, see some sights.
You're right. I think we're going to have to. I'm going to have to text some of my buddies, say, hey, man, I don't know what to do at Ohio State. I've never been here. It'll be something. But we'll get out of this one late. I had saltine crackers and oyster crackers in between games.
And an apple.
There you go. So
we'll get a late dinner.
Stomachs are feeling regenerated, kind of fueled up. Not really, but enough to put us through for dinner.
We'll get a late meal somewhere somehow.
You're right. It's not the end of the world, is it? This will bring up Lauren Putz to lead the inning off here for the Wolverines. We are on the top of the 3rd. Kennedy Kay, 35 pitches into her start today. Here comes the first one of the inning. Swinging at this first pitch. Lauren Putz rockets this one out to center field off the wall. Flying into second. That is a sliding double for Lauren Putz. First pitch swinging and crushing was she. Great swing by Lauren Putz right there.
I mean, she's special. I mean, really, how many freshmen could come into the Big Ten and hit 400 with pop? This has been such a stellar campaign. And, look, 4 years in the maize and blue, that she's going to leave some numbers behind.
Oh, yeah.
And big swing right there to start Michigan off with a runner in scoring position and cleanup hitter coming up.
Isla Stevenson will take the batter's box here for the Wolverines. Base runner on second, no outs. We're in the top of the 3rd. Runner in scoring position, of course. Stevenson swinging at this first pitch, chopped over to 3rd. Easy routine play as Quartercracks handles that one, flips over to 1st, and Putz advances to 3rd.
Putz took off there, even on the ground, or hit right in front of her, and I guess wasn't too worried about Quartercracks trying to apply the tag to her, and able to be at 3rd. Now Valamon, who had a sac fly in game 1, that's all she needs to do. Put this ball in play, drive something to the outfield here, and Michigan could be on the board first here.
She's 0 for 1 today, is Valamon, batting .267 on the year. Got a runner on 3rd. 1 out in the top of the 3rd, swinging a chopper, foul. First pitch, count goes 0-1. I got to dance on camera or something. You know, entertain these people up a little bit. You got any tricks, Alex, that you can do on camera?
I could juggle. You got anything?
Can you actually?
Yeah.
Wow. That's
so
impressive.
I'll tell you a story, but.
you let Valamont take the 0-1 here. Here it comes. Swinging a chopper over to short, throw to home, and they got her. Oh, boy. Grounder over the quarter cracks as she opted to throw home as Putz took off from third. Oh, that's another 50-50 ball right there, and it looks like Bonnie Thole will convene with the umpires and kind of talk this one over. But, Alex, what do you think?
Ball beat her there, but she slid to the backside of the plate. I don't know if that means she's safe. Burns probably got to the tag to her. Naked eye, I think that call will stand, but it wouldn't shock me if they go to the headset here and take a look.
We'll find out. Bonnie Thole chatting it up with Sean Schumacher behind the plate. And, well, we will not even have a review right there. That is a definite out. And, oh, man, Wolverines are definitely going to want that one back. Valamont now on first for the Wolverines. 2 outs in the top of the third. This brings up Ellie Sealer, who just made a couple plays to end the bottom of the second. Okay. First pitch ball. One just a little bit inside to Sealer.
But heads up play a moment ago there by quarter cracks to go home, and thought Valamont maybe had done enough, put the ball in play. Michigan had a chance to score a run. Couldn't get it done, but Bonnie Thole has been consistently pretty aggressive over there at third. I'm okay with it. I like that idea.
Land down bunt, but this one trickles foul. Just catching a little bit too much to the underside of that bat, and foul ball it goes. 1-1 count. That's a really heads-up play by quarter cracks, though, at short. Picking that head up.
It's the right play.
You're right. Let me check home. Valamont's probably going to beat that throw out if I don't make a decision quick, and just ripped it home. Saved them a run right there, but Ellie Sealer's still in there. Count even at 1 apiece. The 1-1 is K. Rocks and delivers. This ball skied into right field. Back track. And making the grab is Cruz out in right field for the final out of the inning. Thought that ball might have had enough juice off the bat, but kind of dying in that wind. Ellie Sealer not able to juice it out of here.
Yeah, off the bat, I thought that looks like more. But good swing by Sealer, and I mean, again, that's an inning where Michigan could have played the first run of this game.
You're right.
Had a runner at third early with 1 gone. Couldn't played it, but now you got to settle back down, and Erin Hoehn has looked really good. I was going to tell you a story.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? I said I'm going to tell a story, and juggling.
You're right. Thank you.
So one of my roommates, shout out David Bayer, learned how to juggle somewhere, I don't know. And he had this set of juggling balls, and he left them in my kitchen. And my entire house, all 6 roommates, everybody learned to juggle because they were just down in the kitchen, and we just all would fiddle with them. So we all can juggle now.
Can you juggle anything? Can you juggle the pins?
So that's probably tough. I've tried pens.
Okay.
And they're tough just because it's hard to catch, when
Sure.
they're twirling.
You gotta have some
So
spherical.
that would be tough because the pins would be the same way, kind of twirling,
I got you.
But any kind of ball I can do. Give me a couple
Wow.
softball, baseball, whatever you got. I'm game.
That's impressive. That was the standard hockey goalie warm up. Hey,
Juggle?
I got to juggle, warm the eyes up a little bit. I never did it because I can't juggle.
I think you could learn it. I honestly feel. So here's the thing. Not to diss anybody, but my roommates are not the most athletic stock, some of them, and they've learned it. So.
Okay.
It can be done.
You've
if you
inspired
have
me.
half decent hand-eye coordination and you put enough time in and you know where to start, you can learn to juggle.
You've inspired me. Skylar Lamone, let's call her Game 1 hero, Alex. How's that sound?
For sure. I mean, 2-run homer late in an incredible play in center field.
Swinging to this first pitch, she'll charge up and wave on by it. Lamone in the 8th spot. She's batting .372 on the year with an incredible 2-run homer. In the last game, she's been something special today. And like we said, player of the game for sure. The 0-1 on the way, shows bunt, pulls it back. Ball 1.
Came up at her head. And earlier I talked about Reagan Milliken's breakout. Only had 1 hit coming into this year. Now is a regular contributor with pop. And Lamone had never had a hit in her first 2 years of college, and now is an everyday hitter hitting .374. So goes from pinch runner to stud in just like that.
That's right. This next one misses down and outside, 2-1 count. Lamone with a nice little staggered batting stance. The lefty gets settled in there, digs that left foot in, kicks that right foot back, and waiting on the 2-1. Misses outside, 3-1. Erin Hoehn a little bit behind here in the count.
If I'm Hoehn, I attack here. Fire something in the zone. Force Lamone to beat you. And look, she beat Derkowski off a 3-2 in game 1, but still, challenger here. We're still tied 0-0.
That one's in there, Alex. Attacker, that is right. 3-2 goes the count.
I wouldn't walk the leadoff hitter if you can avoid it, especially when it's one with as good of speed as Lamone has.
Sure.
I'd throw something competitive here, 3-2, and I'm sure Hoehn will.
Erin Hoehn deciding on what to throw. The 3-2, this one breaking. Wave and a miss. Erin Hoehn, nice stuff right there. Count goes 3-1 to all of a sudden strikeout. Nice stuff by Erin Hoehn right there.
Yeah, and good change there. The eye level went up to the rise ball, changed it up on Lamone, and got her swinging. Hoehn looks really sharp here early.
That she does. That's her second strikeout on the day. She's only got one hit through 2 1/3. This brings up Cruz. It's a great name, great last name, Cruz. Cruisin'. You got Buick and Cruz. You got to think it's kind of one and the same. Swinging at this one, way on by it. Count goes 0-2.
Not only was she well behind that rise ball, but it ended up at around helmet high, and she took a big cut at it. Cruz was 0 for 3 in game 1. Tried to change that right there.
Taylor Cruz awaiting the 0-2, following this one back into the screen. Staying alive. The youth are still out here and partying. You hear a lot of childish voices.
It's a gorgeous evening.
Isn't it? Oh, boy, Cruz skying this one into left field. And under it is Sealer. Kind of jammed her on the inside of those hands. Caught the inside of that barrel. But a nice swing by Cruz ultimately results in the second out of the inning.
It's a really good swing there. Or, excuse me, really good pitch there by Hoehn.
Oh.
Into the hands there. 0-2. Don't have to necessarily throw something in the dirt that she can hit, but she's not going to do a lot of damage on a pitch that into the hands. Got a swing out of it.
Parisian kind of charges up at that one, opts out of it for ball 1. Erin Hoehn effective through 2 2/3.
This game's been moving quickly here early.
Alex, I'm telling you, man, I didn't want to say it and jinx it, but dinner might be coming sooner than we had anticipated. This ball skied into right center field, and diving grab by Janisa Conway. What a catch in center, saving a hit, possibly extra bases from Parisian. Boy, what a catch.
Heck of a play. Conway got a really good jump on that ball. You could tell she was going to need to lay out the whole way and snagged it. It's a really good play by your center fielder there.
Well, Alex, like we said, we are headed to the top of the 4th. Cruise control.
We're through 3 in about a half hour, a little more, 40 minutes. But
on cruise control we are. We expected high-scoring affairs between these two teams, but it has not been that so far.
But I do think a big part of that was always going to hinge on what Derkowski and Hoehn could do.
You're right.
You know, the Buckeyes, Michigan can score, but it's the Buckeyes who are one of the best offenses in the country. And
sure.
You had to hope if you're Michigan that Derkowski and Hoehn could come into this game, quiet those bats. And Derkowski, for the most part, she gave up 4 runs. She only gave up 3 hits, and for the most part did that. Yeah. Could it have been? Was it a perfect start? No, but she battled through and through 7 or through 6, but put Michigan in position to have a chance to win that game. That late homer by Lamone was an unfortunate break, and Hoehn so far in this one has really been great through 3. And now really the question is who breaks first between Hoehn and Kennedy Kay, who's been pretty sharp, but Michigan has had some chances to score in innings 1, 2, 3 and just haven't been able to scratch one. They've gotten runners in scoring position in all 3 innings. Or no, maybe not in the all 3 innings. All 3 innings have been runner in scoring position.
Well, Kennedy Kay staying in the circle here for the Buckeyes. And Alex, as you mentioned, it's one of the upperclassmen in this rotation here for Ohio State. A little bit different kind of pitching rotation that they've been having to deal with this year. We talked about it, not entirely their strong suit. Kennedy Kay with a 5.06 ERA adjusted through this game. But Maddie Erickson will lead off the Wolverines. She is in the 7th spot. 0 for 1 today. Kennedy K getting set and about to deliver the first pitch of the inning. Swinging at this first pitch directly back to K. Erickson is going to get thrown out at first. Kennedy K. 1 pitch, 1 out. Doesn't get much better than that.
Not a lot of easier plays than that, a chopper slow right back at you. But I like Erickson attacking first pitch. That's something she's done consistently through her career, and she can do damage off first pitch. And I said it to you in game 1. You hear it a lot. Sometimes the best pitch you'll see in an AB is pitch number 1.
Yep.
I like Erickson attacking it.
Maddie Ramey 0 for 1 of the day. She's swinging at this first pitch as well. Grounded over to Farley, flipped over to first, and that'll be the second out of the inning. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Alex, does it get better than that?
Well, let's see what one more says. Doesn't get any better, but
we're in the 9th spot all of a sudden. That took all of 30 seconds. Erin Hoehn, she's 0 for 0. Got a piece off that foot her last at bat. Waiting on Kennedy K to deal here. Oh, almost in play, but this one swung off into the screen. Foul. 0-1 count. Almost the perfect inning for Kennedy K. Wind still howling around here. These scarlet and gray flags are whipping. Erin Hoehn whips past this one. Count goes 0-2. Off-speed pitch has Hoehn fooled. Erin Hoehn facing the 0-2 count. She'll step out. Call batter's timeout. Adjust her ankle protector. Kind of little cushion down there. Kind of soften the blow. May a foul ball kind of collide with that shin. Waiting the 0-2. K. Rocks fires. The 0-2 swing and a miss. Man, what an inning from Kennedy K and the rest of the Buckeye defense.
It's a phenomenal inning from K. 1 pitch ground ball, 1 pitch ground ball. And a 3-pitch strikeout, 5-pitch inning with a strikeout in it.
That's pretty good.
That's about as good as you can do if you're Kennedy K.
Special giveaway, Alex. You like the Lumineers?
Lumineers ticket to the Schottenstein Center on September 30th. I have no issue with the Lumineers, but I'm afraid I won't be back at the Schott on September 30th. Called a basketball game there, though, early in the year.
There you go. Well, we'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Alex, this game's flying, man.
It is.
Knotted up at 0s apiece. Wolverines out hitting the Buckeyes 3-1. No errors, of course. Much cleaner baseball or softball game. So, excuse me. I've done a lot of baseball this year.
You have.
Yeah, but much cleaner softball game that is defensively.
Yeah, it's been a pitcher's duel so far.
Yeah.
See if Erin Hoehn can go back to work. 2, 3, and 4 in the order right now.
Classic Lumineers. I don't know if I like the Lumineers.
No problem with them.
Jasmine Burns, she'll be leading off the Buckeyes here. Pretty good leadoff hitter.
Yeah, and look, you talk about this order being so deep, but 2, 3, and 4 and 2, 3, and 4 for a reason. It starts with Burns, but this is a tough part of the order.
Off speed, just missed the zone outside. Hoehn, 35 pitches into her day. Down in the count, 1-0 here. A little bit of Drake in between pitches. Not quite sure what that was about, but pleasant to the ears to some degree. The 1-0. That one in there for sure. Count goes 1-1. Jasmine Burns with a whopping 20 home runs on the year. Alex, you sent me a screenshot before we came in. You said crazy numbers as Burns rips this ball into left field. That'll get down. And Jasmine Burns, the leadoff hitter, will take first base.
Can only keep her down for so long. Slash line's absurd when you look at her numbers, and great swing there. Just a well-struck line drive. What's funny is Sealer is playing so deep on her out there. If she's playing at standard depth, that might be right to her, but Wolverines want to keep everything in front of them with the extra base power that all these hitters have to the alley. And now Burns on first.
Reagan Milliken now. Got to run around first, of course. And Burns Terrific leadoff at bat, infield as well as the outfield. Whole defensive lineup kind of straight up here. Reagan Milliken with a 1-0 count. Hoehn picks up that rosin bag. Hey, Alex, you're right. Almost every pitch. This ball fouled into a gallery of screaming little girls. Someone made the catch down there, I think. 1-1 count. And
no,
you
I
stuck
thought
your
it fell
hands
in
out.
the stairway.
Oh, did it? Oh, yeah, it did.
Now the girls are all going to get it. But
they were all terrified of that ball, too. Got to stay vigilant around here. The 1-1. This one's in play for sure. And settling under it and making the grab is Erickson here for the Wolverines. And that'll be the first out of the inning. A costly kind of swing by Reagan Milliken right there. Great number, Cami Quartercrack. She wears number 27. That's the number I wore. So shout out to her. She's 0 for 1 today. Got a base runner on first with 1 out here. In the bottom of the 4th, takes pitch 1. That one's in there for a nice little heater strike from Erin Hoehn.
Good pitch at the knees.
Quartercracks waiting on Hoehn, who looks down at her wristband and fires the 0-1. This one spit in the right field, gets down, and stopping at second is Burns. Nice swing, oppo field by Quartercracks.
Really good swing. Got a pitch, sort of down and in, just muscled it the other way, able to drop the barrel. It's a really good swing by Cami Quartercracks.
Alex, how's that voice feeling over there? I need an update.
Well, here's the deal: is I brought a bottle of water that I filled up, at my house. We drove here, had some water.
That's right.
And I have not had any other water today.
Okay.
Because there probably are some in the press box, but I kind of forgot to check in between games. So I have no water. And I call the full game of play-by-play, as you are well aware. So, voice is all right, but I'm a little hoarse.
Okay.
Got some cough drops going in and out.
I like that play. Nevertheless, we've got runners on first and second here for Ohio State. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. This brings up Sammy Buick, who takes ball 1. 1-0 count to start her at bat. She's 1 for 1 today. This one skied up above Hoehn for a routine grab. That'll be called infield fly regardless for the second out of the inning.
Job by Hoehn there. I was about to say that, this is the best threat the Buckeyes have put on Hoehn so far. 2 runners on at the time, 1 out now with 2 out. See how Hoehn handles it and sawed her off. Got an easy pop to herself. 1 away.
Caitlin Farley, the California native, checks her swing and catches a piece of that ball for strike 1. She's 0 for 1 today, batting .336 on the year. 9 home runs, looking for that big double-digit number 10.
Had one earlier.
Runners on first and second, 2 outs. In the bottom of the 4th, she skies this ball foul into the dugout, or the bullpen area, excuse me, for Ohio State. 0-2 count. What do you throw here if you're Hoehn?
Don't miss in the zone. You don't want to give a great hitter like Farley something good here, 0-2. You can go drop low, go rise up, something inside. Don't throw something over the heart of the plate, 0-2.
The 0-2, that one's up there for sure, but not biting is Farley.
Well, yeah, the other thing is you got to throw something somewhat competitive to a great hitter like Farley to get her to chase it. So you run that risk. But, again, up 1-2 here. To me, this is something close, but I wouldn't challenge her too much here.
Swing and a miss. Oh, boy, that bat goes flying back into the screen. But that'll do it for the bottom of the 4th. Got to hang out of that bat. Nice pitch by Erin Hoehn. Had Caitlin Farley completely perplexed on that one. We'll head to the top of the 5th.
Fooled her. Another great inning of work for Hoehn. Allowed 2 runners on with Burns and Quartercracks and got out of the jam pretty quickly. It's been a really good start. Pitchers duel through 4 here, huh?
Alex, we are moving through this game. We're 4 innings of complete work through play.
In like 50 minutes.
At this rate, look, we'll be back to the hotel at 10 p.m. This is something fantastic over here. OSU NIL. There you go. Grounds crew comes out with their little rakes, kind of perfects that grass or that dirt a little bit, that is.
It's a gorgeous diamond here.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit earlier.
Grass in the outfield, dirt infield. Old school, how it should be, maybe.
You
Good stuff here. Maybe not, but I like dirt. There's something true
Primal
about dirt.
I like that.
But for Michigan here, 5th inning, top of the order. See if Indiana Langford can start the fire here.
We didn't start the fire. It was always burning, Alex. Wise man once told me that. Well,
who's that wise man?
They call him the Piano Man. I don't know.
I've heard that moniker.
I wish I could play piano. Do you know how?
I can't play anything.
I can't either.
I had to pick an instrument like elementary school.
Okay, where'd you go?
I played viola.
Oh, that was.
And then I played it through 7th grade, and then I dropped it for 8th grade because it was my most difficult class to get a half-decent grade in. I was terrible.
Well, Alex, like you said, this is Indy Langford. We're here in the top of the 5th. She'll show bunt, pull it back, and that's a strike regardless. I was a saxophone guy in middle school.
Oh, you seem like you play the sax.
Dude.
Got some soul to you.
Absolutely. I laid into that thing.
I love a saxophone.
Yeah,
it's
man.
a great instrument.
You go down to the Detroit game days, you get a little Tigers game, you know. Some guys are playing saxophone down there. I love it. Indy Langford, though, she's facing the 0-1, infield almost all the way in. Expecting kind of a slap hit here or a nice little bunt. But she's knotted up at 1 apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike. Langford awaiting the 1-1 from Kay. Bunt laid down. Langford takes off and beating the throw. Boy, is she quick. Alex, this ball gets back past first baseman Milliken, and Langford takes second. She is quick.
She's so quick. I thought Buick had played that much better than the previous times. Got a better jump on it. The ball crawled a little bit further down the line toward her. And Indiana Langford was going to beat that out regardless if that was caught at first by Milliken. Langford just gets out of the batter's box so quickly. Acceleration, nobody's business. And now you've got a real threat to score on second base. And arguably one of your best, not arguably, one of your best hitters coming up here in Janisa Conway.
Well, Indy Langford lays down that bunt. And by the time you pick that ball up, Buick had picked that ball up. She's already 3/4 of the way there. That throw is always going to be late. Janisa Conway checks her swing at this first pitch. Did she go? No, she did not. There was never a doubt about that one, but appealing to third for a ball. I want to get Indy Langford's 40 time.
She ran track in high school. I know that much. Don't know her times.
It has to be light.
They're probably public, I'm sure.
Janisa Conway, she's 1 for 2 today. Waiting in the 1-0, swinging a fly ball, deep left field, back, track, and flying. Janisa Conway, 2-run homer sent to left field. Boy, what a swing from Janisa Conway.
She has been swinging it lately, I tell ya.
Great swing. Leadoff double for the Wolverines from Indy Langford. Puts a runner in scoring position here, and the Wolverines take advantage this time. Indy Langford trots for home. Janisa Conway touches them all. What a swing from the bat of Conway.
Team leading 16th homer for Janisa Conway. What a season she's having. Opposite field. She nearly went opposite field in game 1 for a homer, but that one was a no-doubter off the bat.
Oh, for sure. The wind helped it a little bit, too. That ball carried a lot further than she would have thought, but Lauren puts the talented freshman up again. She's a 1 for 1 in the day with a double and a walk. Takes pitch 1 for a strike. Kay looking down at her little wristband. Trying to get settled up there, that 2-run shot from Conway. This one in there for a strike for sure. Lauren puts down on the count here, 0-2. Little pizza hovering behind us too, Alex. Man. Pick that up on there. Huh? You got all the sense. Lauren puts with the 0-2. Kay delivers. Swinging a foul back into the screen, staying alive. Lauren puts kind of chopping at that one.
Yeah, good protect swing. Pitch it away, able to get the bat to it, stay alive. You know, now Michigan up 2-0 here. You start thinking, like, this is another game just like the earlier game in which you have a lead. You want to win your first game against a top 25 opponent. Michigan 0-7 in such games. Chance to add on more here. Nobody gone.
The 0-2 in the dirt. 1-2. Puts doing a good job of kind of dominating the strike zone right now and protecting herself. Little Lauren Putz shirt. Walks across with a pretzel over there, too. It's got to be a sister or some type of family member or friend. Love to see that. Down on the count, 1-2. This one sniffs the knees. Count goes 2-2.
Good plate appearance for Putz. Fell behind 0-2, fought a couple off, took a couple pitches. Really impressive from the freshman. As much as she hits with power, the fact that she's walked at a clip, she doesn't chase much. It's just every sign positive pointing to her being even better than this down the stretch.
At exactly 50 OBP. She gets on base half the time. She swings the chopper over to second. Farley making the play. Oh, she's safe. Lauren Putz beats this throw out. Farley not able to flip it over in time. You got to assume that this one might be challenged. That it will be. But boy, what an effort from Lauren Putz right there.
Yeah, got down the line in a hurry. Not someone they're going to the headset, but not someone you think of maybe as one of Michigan's fastest players, but got out of the lefty box real quick there. It was a slow chopper. Farley didn't really charge it. Muntz on the long bounces, and Putz beat it out.
Not quite sure what the graphic team has up on the scoreboard here, but it's a cow chewing. Not quite sure what this is about. I think the Carol Hutchins scoreboard is much more efficient and large and pretty.
I don't know. You got to ask Owen Crane.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
He's the expert on
scoreboard
scoreboards,
aficionado.
not me.
Headsets on,
I just work here, I tell ya.
You're right. Headsets on for these guys. They will review this replay a couple times, get it right. But the official call on the field was Lauren Putz safe at first after beating out an infield grounder to Farley.
In live, that was close. I actually thought Putz might have beaten that out as was called on the field.
Sure.
But we'll see. Michigan hasn't really been on the right side of any review today. There was a call overturned. A Michigan runner officially called safe at second, called out. There was the interference thingy-mabob, whatever, at third, in which Erickson was deemed to have interfered with Lottie Landmesser turning the corner. She got thrown out at home plate on the field, and then review interference put her back at third. Derkowski escaped, though, but here's review number 3, and this very well could get overturned. Bang, bang play at first.
Oh, man, they're taking their time looking at this one, too. Umpires still with the headsets on over there. Want to get this one right.
And that's why I have no issue with the review taking time. As long as you get it right,
Sure.
nobody can complain.
Sure. I would prefer that we have a look at it, though, just for curiosity's sake. But that we do not. Judging off the eye, I think that Putz might have beat it out by either a tie or half a step. Either way, it's close, so rightfully so it is being reviewed.
But if she's safe, she's up at first. There's still nobody gone, and Stevenson coming up. Chance for Michigan to add on to the 2 they've already gotten this inning on the Conway homer.
Review over. Umpires will trot back onto the field. Sporting a little windbreaker, contrary to game 1. Official call here. Hand up. Points over to first. Safe. Lauren Putz beat that throw out. She made it in time. Runner on first here for the Wolverines. Inning not over. Ella Stevenson now up to bat. No outs. Wolverines have already scored 2. You a Star Wars guy?
Yeah.
I know it.
I look like a Star Wars guy.
I didn't say that. I just said, it makes sense. The shoe fits, right? Time to stand up for the first time in the game. We've been flying on this one. Ella Stevenson takes ball 1 for the first pitch. These plastic kind of folding chairs are causing some chaos. I just stuck my hand in my pocket, found a little Jolly Rancher debris. That's always good. The 1-0 to Ella Stevenson. This one sent back over to Kay. One easy flip over to first for an out, but this will advance. Lauren Putz over to second. Another runner in scoring position here for the Wolverines.
It's not the worst thing in the world. It's kind of a sacrifice bunt.
Yep.
And, Bonnie Thole and company, they've gone small ball like that at times during her tenure as head coach. Not a bad play there either. Just came off the edge of the bat for Stevenson up the cap and spun back to the circle.
Sure, you still got 2 outs here to work with in the top of the 5th here if you're the Wolverine offense. Lily Valamont now, she's 0 for 2 today. Kay looking to get Ohio State out of the inning, swinging at this first pitch up the gap. This one gets through. Putz turning third. Into home she goes. Throw way off. Oh, it hits Putz in the back. She'll wear it, though. Either way, Valamont trots into second. Stand-up double for Lily Valamont with an RBI. Wolverines lead 3-0.
Great swing by Valamont, just squared it up at a line drive right back up the middle, and Lauren Putz had the burners on the whole way. Bonnie Thole was giving her away from the coaching box, and
there was never a doubt that she was hitting the brakes on that third base turn and took a little softball to the back, a little errant throw from Lamone in center. I'd wear that in the back for a run.
You tell she came up a little bit feeling it, but good stuff there. And speaking of fast, that could be the fastest player on Michigan's roster, pinch running at second base there in CeCe Thorington.
A lot of fast girls on this team, and like you said, as did the PA announcer, that's CeCe Thorington taking over.
She can fly.
She can fly. Who you got in a 40?
I don't know.
Indy
but
or
Thorington was a track runner in high school as well, and pitching change here too. But Thorington was a track runner in high school. Oh, look who it is. Not that shocking, but it's Lauren Butte coming back in here for game 2. And so when I was prepping her, Butte, the regular Friday, Sunday starter, but there have been a couple of series this year in which she's pitched in all 3 games. And when you have a day's rest tomorrow, why not go back to her here? And she's pitched 3 days in a row before for Ohio State. She was very good in game 1.
Oh, you're wrong.
Oh, I'm assuming things. Oh, I thought that was 23. Oh, it's 21, not 23.
Cassandra Goecki. There you go, Alex.
I need a new prescription.
It looks correct to me in the moment. So.
Oh, it's 21, not 23. I need a new prescription.
I'll fall in tandem
but
right
it just
there.
made so much sense to me because Butte has pitched 3 games in a row before. But my apologies there. It's Cassandra Goecki, who hasn't pitched a ton in her freshman campaign, but it's been really good when she has. 2.33 ERA over 30 innings of work for her this year.
30 innings pitched, 34 hits, 11 runs, and 10 ER with 8 walks and 12 strikeouts. She's 4-0 in her starts with a 2.33 ERA. Flips that long hair back behind her shoulders. Ohio State kind of looking to jumpstart this defense and get them out of the inning right here.
Yeah, see if Sealer can time up something here. And again, with Thorington at second, Bonnie Thole, we just saw her give the wave to Putz. Anything into the outfield is going to be a wave and a round third for CeCe Thorington. Again, she can really fly.
Ellie Sealer steps into the batter box here for Michigan. She's in the 6th spot. 0-for-2 today, though. Got a runner on second. Nice little hop kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know if you – yeah, like you saw it too. She kind of – Goecki kind of hops and then throws. It's a weird delivery, but all the same, that's a strike. The 0-1 here. Oh, boy. Can't get enough of this kind of delivery. This is very interesting. This one in the dirt, though, this time. Count goes 1-1 on Ellie Sealer. The 1-1. Downstairs once again. Sealer staying disciplined, not chasing these kind of golf swings. Two-one count. Ellie Sealer, she rips this one over to second. Nice easy little flip from Farley to first. Advancing to third is Thorington, but 2 outs here in the top of the 5th.
So I'm doing some reading. 2 years ago, I think, it got changed that a pitcher can have both feet leave the ground at once in the midst of their delivery. It's now legal. You're seeing it here in Goecki.
It's a very interesting delivery that Goecki has. Maddie Erickson, who's 0-for-2 on the day. She's in the 7th spot. Has a runner on third. 2 outs, of course, in the top of the 5th. Alex, we talked about this game cruising by, but this 5th inning is kind of slowed down a little bit. Swinging this one through the gap. Maddie Erickson will pick up an RBI with this one. RBI single. Maddie Erickson finds the gap, and the Wolverines lead 4-0.
Good swing there by Erickson. Attacked early there once again and got a pitch she could square up. Hit it on the ground, but hit it hard. Good things happen when you do that. And it's been a good day for Erickson between the 2 games. Para hits in game 1, knocked there in an RBI.
This is Maddie Ramey now, 0-for-2 on the day. She's got Erickson on first, of course. 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Wolverines have already scored 4. All their runs have come in this 5th inning. Hoehn misses this one downstairs. Count goes 2-0. As attendance kind of lowering down, but Maddie Ramey laying down a bunt. Will it stay fair? No, it will not. Oh boy, just tight roping that little foul line. Just creeps foul. Almost a great bunt for Maddie Ramey.
Bit of a drag bunt there for Maddie Ramey. Got out pretty quick, but just rolled a little bit too foul, or, a little bit foul. See if she swings the stick here. 2-1 with 2 gone, runner on.
2-1 count. Maddie Ramey swings it. This one laced into center field. Oh, leaping grab, not able to be made by Lamone. Turning third for home as Erickson play at the plate. Oh boy, that's going to be in time. That it is. Great throw from center. Cutoff throw made to home. Maddie Ramey. Nice little swing into center, but Erickson caught it home.
Yeah, great relay there. Lamone almost made a great play out in center. She's only 5'4", leapt up high, couldn't grab it, but got back to the wall quickly, fired in. Great relay throw, and Jasmine Burns had to pick a one-hop there at catcher and picked it perfectly, and the ball beat Erickson. Tag there, and Bonnie Thole has been consistently aggressive on sends this weekend and in her career. And again, I can't fault her. You're trying to score a run. That's you have when players hit 300, get on an clip at 400. I think your odds of being safe in a play like that's going to be 50-50 when that relay comes in.
Sure.
Is a shot worth taking. And just Erickson out by a couple steps there, if even.
We will head to the bottom of the 5th. The Wolverines lead 4-0. 4 runs in that inning by Michigan. Possibly more. The Wolverines have left 7 runners on compared to Ohio State's 3. Hopefully that does not come back to haunt.
So I don't want to, scare us or anything too early here, but so we're bottom 5th inning here. Michigan's up 4-0. After you blew game 1, this is the kind of game you just have to have. You're up 4, going into the bottom of the 5th inning. You need this win to have a chance to win this series on Sunday and to pick up your first win against a top 25 opponent.
Oh, you're absolutely right there, Alex. I mean, you're up 4.
Gotta have it.
The 5th, the 6th, the 7th to play. Erin Hoehn still in there for Michigan. She'll face Fry, who hasn't had the most successful day for Ohio State. She's the designated player. 0 for 1 today, of course. Fry facing the 0-1 count. Off-speed pitch just misses outside. 1-1. The 1-1 on the way here from Hoehn. This one swung over to McVeigh at short, long throw. Great throw from Ella McVeigh. That'll be the first out of the inning. Morgan Fry retired once again.
Pitch got into the hands of Fry there, but came off pretty hard off her back considering how into her it was. She didn't get barrel. And McVeigh, nice throw deep in the hole there at short.
Skylar Lamone, California native once again. They got a couple of them on this team. Jeez. Over 1 today, but I mean, we talked about it in game 1. Critical player. Takes ball 1.
I mean, can't put a game on one player, but if you had to, it was Lamone in game 1.
Swinging through this one. Nice pitch by Hoehn. As Lamone chasing that one, but Alex, you're absolutely right. Skylar Lamone was terrific in game 1.
Late homer, and Ellie Sealer hit what could have been a double to get Michigan started in the 7th. Lamone took it away.
Showing bunt and pulling back. Lamone with a 2-1 count now. Ohio State bullpen up and warming over there. 2-1 from Hoehn. Oh, swinging strike from Skylar Lamone. 2-2. Skylar Lamone facing the 2-2 count here, and his fans pounding on the bleachers, fouling this one off over the grandstands. As a man sporting a gray T-shirt says, "Hey, I would have done this if I had a little more pop time.
Yeah, he's sitting down. He stood up, but he needed to, as he showcased afterwards, step up on the bleacher. He's sitting on. He didn't have a chance. And then he still probably got to leap up.
You're right. Would have been a great play regardless.
Would have been Sports Center top 10 worthy play.
One hand reaching over the grandstands.
You kidding?
Gotta love that play. 2-2 count here to Lamone. Hoehn just misses downstairs. Thought she had it. Count goes 3-2.
It's a good spot, down and away in a 2-2. Maybe you paint the corner. It's not a pitch Lamone's going to do a ton of damage on either way.
Full count. Skylar Lamone waiting on the 3-2. Oh, this ball crushed out in the right field fence. Goodbye, softball. Wow, Skylar Lamone, have a day.
You're kidding me.
Skylar Lamone, have a day. That ball was nuked. That 5'4" stature of Skylar Lamone, boy, she's got a little bit of muscle behind that ball. Ooh. That's incredible, Alex.
I mean, that was high and deep, and you knew it. I mean, man, second homer of the day in the doubleheader for Lamone. That's her 6th of the year, lowest total in this OSU lineup, and that's
she's
a bomb.
crushing the ball. I actually can't believe how far that ball was hit by a stature of that.
5'4" center fielder who occasionally slap hits.
Oh, man, that's incredible.
Yeah, that's something.
Well, the score goes 4-1, of course. Taylor Cruz now up to bat here for Ohio State. Wolverines lead 4-1. One out in the bottom of the 5th. 0-1 count on Taylor Cruz.
We've said it.
Downstairs, ball 1-1-1.
We've said it. This is an OSU lineup, 1 through 9. Everybody hitting over 300. That's kind of changed now. Hadley Parisian, the leadoff hitters, down below 296. But you get the gist, and everyone can do damage. You saw it from Lamone.
Oh, off-speed pitch there. Nice. 1-2 count. But you're right, Lamone, that 5'4" body just hit that ball about 250 feet out in the right field. There was not a single doubt in my mind that ball was gone off the bat. The 1-2 to Taylor Cruz, swinging a chopper over to third. This one handled by Erickson this time, ripped over to first. That'll be the second out of this inning. Nice play by Erickson.
I mean, you haven't been with me enough on softball, but Maddie Erickson's arm is unbelievable. It's just a cannon over there. And you saw her. She took her time, took a crow hop, set her feet because she knew she had enough pop in there to get Cruz.
It's kind of like that Javi Baez, like I'll make the play at short, kind of look at the ball, pump fake it a little bit, and rip it over there. She's got quite the arm. I saw it in warm-ups, too. I was like,
yeah,
whoa, she is slinging that
You
thing.
watch her warm up in the outfield when they're doing a long toss. Everyone else, not there's other good arms in the team, but it's more floating a little bit, and hers are just bullets.
Yeah, sure. 1-0 count to Parisian here. She swings this one into center field. Conway settling under this one. She didn't have to move much. That'll be the third out of the inning. 1 run surrendered by Erin Hoehn off the nuke from Lamone.
That's good stuff from Hoehn. You
Yes.
give up the homer, settle down, get 2 outs. 4-1 and 2 innings to play.
Oh, boy. That is right. Dancing Queen. You like this song?
Yeah, I do
no.
like this song.
Oh, no.
I do. It's
okay.
No. I think it can be annoying. I think it can be annoying, but it's also a classic. And
I love this song. This song's great.
all right.
I like ABBA, too.
Yeah. Owen Crane, fellow station director with me, or ex-station director, we're retired, but he one time on his music show played some ABBA and got a, what just went flying? My
pencil, dude. You got to corral your items,
cow.
man.
It almost hit a fan earlier. But Owen played ABBA on WCBN FM during a music show, and he got like a hate email from an Ann Arbor, another DJ saying, like, don't ever play ABBA on our airwaves again.
Why?
I don't know.
They're good, man.
Doesn't like ABBA, I guess.
Disrespectful. Hey, look who's coming back into the circle here.
Oh, there you go.
Kennedy K. She'll
Yeah.
return.
Give Michigan a different look, have Goecki get out of the jam, and now you go back to K here, who
Yeah.
pitched pretty well.
She's got 4.1 innings pitched today. She's got 7 hits against, 4 runs, 4 ER, of course.
Okay,
2
so I
walks,
take
3
away maybe
strikeouts.
my pitch super well, but had some good ABs, and there just could be something. Maybe they like her against Hoehn,
Sure.
how that lines up. Or, against Langford on deck, whoever it might be, that they think K's stuff plays better in that matchup than Goecki's.
That's right.
That's the beauty of the return rule in softball. You get
Sure.
to come back in the one time, mix things up, and See what Kate can do here in part 2 of her act tonight.
All right. Kennedy K about done with her warm-up. This, of course, leaves Erin Hoehn in the 9th spot. She'll be up first here for Michigan. Kennedy K gets her face mask back, sporting a little knee brace, too, on that left knee. A lot of pressure being put on that leg as soon as that lead landing foot is put down. Not an easy gig for these girls.
You wanted to try pitching.
No, I got about 10 in me. I can't go. Kennedy K's got 61 pitches through 4.1 innings. I don't have that in me. Either way, Erin Hoehn, she's 0 for 1 today with a walk, or hit by pitch, that is. First batter here for the Wolverines, swinging at this first pitch, grounder over to Buick, handled and flipped over to first. 1 up, 1 down, 1 pitch, 1 out. Kennedy K's done this before. We'll head to the top of the lineup here for the Wolverines.
So Indiana Langford has bunted for a single her last 2 times up.
I was about to ask you, what's the play here if you are Ohio State on defense with – oh, no. Wait, no. Okay, well, scoreboard is kind of malfunctioned up there. They showed a picture of Ella McVeigh. That's not her. This is Indy Langford. Third baseman Buick. Basically all the way in here. She'll lay down bunt once again and taken off as Langford. Will she beat it? Yes, she will. Oh. Nope. They'll put the headphones on for that one. Yep, Bonnie Thole, she knows it. She's trotting over to home plate umpire.
That was tight.
She beat it.
I don't know.
She beat it.
She beat it?
She beat it.
I thought off the bat that it was a perfect bunt and she would.
She beat that.
What's funny to me is you question at some point, just push the corner infield even further in. If she hits a line drive at you,
it might
just
be in the
duck,
face.
and that's kind of what it is. But no,
I'm
mostly kidding. But, I mean, it was pretty clear she was going to square around there, pitch number 1, and –
that is hilarious. I actually like that. Laying down bunt 3 times in a row,
and if she
3
is
at-bats in
safe
a row.
3 times in a row, that's unbelievable.
Absolutely.
And, you know, for Langford, that's why she's not the best hitter you want to see up when you have runners on. But when she's the leadoff hitter or comes up here with nobody aboard, 1 out, that's a high percentage way for her to get herself aboard. And now you've got super speed over there at first.
Super speed.
If this is overturned, of
I like
course.
that nickname. Got to give me H-O-T. Wait, shit. Oh. Excuse me, by the way. Messed up.
Uh-oh.
H-O. It's my first malfunction on air. It comes at a good time. There's the verdict. She's safe.
How about that?
She's safe.
3 straight.
I might have had a malfunction, but Indy Langford does not.
We're not on the FCC airwaves.
Sure.
Here.
So, you know what? Things are all right. I got a little disappointed that I messed up a Chapel Roan dance. Rightfully so. You know, things
I'm
happen.
less of a fan of her than I am of ABBA.
Are you really?
I find Hot to Go to be an annoying chorus. It grates my soul.
I found you annoying then.
Yeah, it's fine. Many people have said that.
Janisa Conway with a double and a homer with 2 RBIs today. She's 2 for 3. You got Indy Langford on first, of course. This, what'd you call her? Speed what?
Super Speed.
Super Speed. I like that nickname. Super Speed is on first base. Indy Langford, Janisa Conway at the plate. Waiting on the 1-0 from Kennedy K. Rocking and firing. A little off speed. Misses downstairs. 2-0.
Conway with a double and a homer in game 2 today. To pair with a pair of doubles in game 1. She is just swinging a hot stick.
That she is. Goes from that rested bat on the shoulder to picking it up just a little bit. The 2-0. That's a strike. 2-1.
And last year, this roster was so young. So many freshman starters like Conway and Stevenson. And you looked ahead and was like, wow, the future of Michigan softball is so bright. And it is, because a player like Conway's taken a leap this year, and she's hitting .377 with 16 homers.
The 2-1. Janisa Conway swings at this one. Oh, goodbye. Laced into left field. Oh, the top of the wall. That'll be Janisa Conway strolls into second. Double, stand-up double from Janisa Conway as Indy Langford trots to third. Oh, boy, Janisa Conway just missed that softball by an inch.
It's a great swing, though. Opposite field, the left center. I'm surprised Langford didn't score. I wasn't watching her if she held up, thinking maybe Lamone or Parisian had a play on that ball, but I think if she'd taken off on contact, she scores on that. It hung in the air for a while. But either way, second and third, and a chance for Michigan's best hitter by the numbers here in Lauren Pudge to drive something.
You got to wonder if Ohio State would think about walking her with an empty spot on first base, but Lauren Putz will get a chance to bat here. Oh, she'll rip this one. Oh, directly over to the second baseman. Farley making an easy grab. Putz is going to want that one back. 2 outs now in the top of the 6th.
I was going to say, I agree with you. I think that could have been a spot where you walk, push, load the bases. You have a force it.
Sure.
You have a force at home, double play ball in effect. But that's a great play there by Farley. And for Push, that's a great swing. You know, laced one on the line, just happened to go
directly.
Hit them where they are, yeah.
Sure. Ella Stevenson, she's 0 for 2 tonight. Takes first pitch strike. Base runner on second and third with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Wolverines with a 4-1 lead. It's comfortable, but not comfortable enough. We see what Ohio State can do when the bats really connect with these balls. A 1 count to Stevenson. She's got to walk. Here comes. Oh, wave and a miss. That was that pitch, Alex.
Off speed, and she seemed to have her timing pretty good. Just missed it.
Just missed it. A tad early on that ball.
But
waving right on by it.
It's the kind of spot where 2 in scoring position, 1 down. You really hope to get something, and now it's up to Stevenson, an 0-2 hole.
Trouble time here. Ella Stevenson rips this 0-2 over to third. Long throw to be made, charging it. And that'll do it for the inning. Buick makes the throw. Miraculously, Kay gets out of the inning. And the Wolverines don't score any. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th here. Wolverines with a 4-1 lead.
Again, kind of unfortunate there for Michigan. Get Langford on, get Conway to double to the wall, and strand them at second and third. Ball and play, both of them run so well. You probably score 2, but bit of a lobster fest for Michigan today. 9 left on base. You're still winning 4-1, and Erin Hoehn has done her job and then some in the circle, and we need 2 more innings here out of her.
Well, she'll be back out here with 65 pitches, which is pretty good for Erin Hoehn.
Been efficient, and, you know, pitch count is what it is. It's not going to mean too much. We've seen Hoehn go so long. And
TJ Fossmeyer says, more singing, Luke. TJ, I'll get on that. You give me a singable song. You know, these vocals will come out, man. I'm sure you were pleased with my ABBA performance. As were you, Alex. You have to be, right?
Yeah. Do you feel like a dancing queen at the moment?
I'm trying to think of another ABBA reference. I don't know. I got nothing on me right now. Chiquita. I like that song. Chiquita, you know what I mean?
I think so.
There's more Michael Jackson references on the big board. What's going on out here?
Uh-oh, he's moonwalking.
Look at that.
Can you moonwalk?
No. I can't dance, Alex.
Me neither.
There's not a planet in the solar system where I could even consider it. Leading off here for Ohio State, this is Jasmine Burns.
I can do the Cupid Shuffle. That's about it.
I can do that. I can do, what else? The YMCA.
Can you wobble?
I don't know what that. Oh, the wobble baby, wobble baby. Oh, Jasmine. But yeah, there's no doubt. That ball's gone.
Can only keep her down for so long. No doubter for Burns to left. Man, oh man, what a year she's having. 21 homers now, nearly 500 batting average. What a year for Jasmine Burns.
Well, 4-2. The Michigan lead is cut to 2 runs now. Jasmine Burns just completely ripped that ball. Low screamer. I'll let this guy finish his little chant over here. Guy literally directly next to us starting an OHIO chant. That was a great swing by Jasmine Burns, and it hit the... Not quite sure what building. Do you think that's an academic building or some type of athletic building?
I don't know. It seems like a pretty athletic campus over here.
That's my guess. I'd go athletic. Either way, Reagan Milliken with an 0-1 count here. Erin Hoehn looking to retire this order of Buckeye hitters as this ball is flying into left field, and Sealer will take care of that for the first out. 4-2. It's a great last name, by the way. Cami Quarter Cracks. I got it. Third time's a charm. It's got to be Eastern European of some descent, Polish. I don't know what it is. But oh boy. I think they call that a sword, don't they? Kind
Pitching
of a sword.
ninja?
Yeah, you're right. Pitching ninja. Shout out to you. That's a sword.
Yeah, Hoehn pulled the string there. Got a bit of an ugly swing there from a great hitter in Quarter Cracks.
1 for 2 on the day is she. Hoehn misses upstairs this time. 1-1 count. These metal bleachers still able to make some noise. 1-1 count to quarter cracks. Hoehn looking to end the inning. This ball fouled into the predominantly Wolverine section and just a bit outside. Umpires looking to re-up on some softballs over here. They'll get a new batch.
He's a mountain of a man.
Isn't he?
Umpire.
You're right.
Yeah. Sean Shoemaker is built back there.
Erin Hoehn ahead in the count here. 1-2. Quarter cracks. Awaiting the delivery at Rosenbag. Getting a lot of work up there from Hoehn. The 1-2. This ball. Foul. A little early on that swing. It's a defensive swing. And staying alive. It's quarter cracks.
Just poked a ball that was down and away, but got her barrel to it. Hit it hard. But well out in front. That's a pitch that she's not going to do a ton of damage on into the field of play.
Sure.
From Hoehn. Down and away there.
At Rosenbag gets some more work. The 1-2 on the way from Hoehn. Off the hands and making an easy grab over there is Ramey for the second out of the inning. Kind of jammed quarter cracks on that one. Nice pitch from Hoehn.
Yep. She'd gone down and away, then sort of went up and in. Tried to cross up quarter cracks and got a cut at it. And as you said, well into the hands there. Got the easy pop to Ramey.
Sammy Buick. She's 1 for 2 today, swinging at this first pitch. This ball's crushed, but it's foul. Boy, that ball was laced out in the left field.
Yeah, straighten that out by, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 yards, and that ball's gone. But out in front there, and Valamon out to talk to Hoehn briefly. But look, no damage done here.
Sure.
You got a strike on her and settle back down.
Well, presumably, well, at the moment that is, Ohio State's down to their last 4 outs. But, I mean, Alex, we've seen it before. You cannot count this team out, even in the latter half of this game, or these games, that is. Sammy Buick awaiting the 0-1. That one's a strike. 0-2.
Hoehn just pumped one in there, and Buick took it. Might have been sitting on something else there, 0-1.
Sure. She's batting .355 on the year. She's 1 for 2 today. Buick swings a chopper over to McVeigh at short. Long throw to be made. Stretching and not able to make the play. Ramey not flexible enough. That is an infield single for Sammy Buick.
McVeigh pumps her hand to her chest to Erin Hoehn and says, my bad, and throws a little bit down the line. Ramey tried to stretch. Maddie Ramey's a great athlete for a first baseman.
Yeah.
Just didn't have enough on it. And look, for McVeigh, who plays a really good shortstop, you see her make that throw time and time again. Just maybe rushed it a little bit with a good base runner coming down and Buick. And
they'll count that as a throwing error too, Alex. Ellen McVeigh.
That's the right call to
Sure.
me. Ramey did all she could and couldn't get her reach there. And you know McVeigh can put a better throw on the numbers.
Yep.
But now if you're Hoehn, could have been out of this inning and got to forget about that and settle down here and get Caitlin Farley, who's yet to reach today in this game, in the second game.
PA announcer quite fired up about Caitlin Farley. She's 0 for 2 today, batting .333 on the year. Still incredible.
It's kind of his job to be fired up about Caitlin Farley.
I always live vicariously through these people anyways. We've got 2 outs here. In the bottom of the 6th, base runner on first for the Buckeyes. 2 outs. Caitlin Farley takes strike 1. 1-1 count.
Oh, the scorecard missed it, but that's Janella Lacqua playing second for Michigan.
Oh, you're right. That is a number 14 instead of a 44. Laying down bunt off the foot of Farley. 1-2 goes the count. Good eye, Alex.
Well, took me a long while. 4 hitters have come to the dish. This is number 5.
That's all right. The 4 looks like a 1. The 1 looks like a 4. Erin Hoehn in command here. 1-2. Oh, skied into right field, and goodbye softball. Once again, 2-run shot. Caitlin Farley pimps this ball into right field. Tie ball game.
As soon as that ball was hit, I knew it was out, and I took a look at Ellen McVeigh, who smacked herself on the head a little bit and is again tapping her chest to Erin Hoehn saying, my bad. And The steady senior shortstop. I understand why she feels some responsibility with the error, and now just pounds her hand into her glove, and that's kind of how it goes. And we're tied here, and 4-0 lead is gone like that.
This guy does not care that we're broadcasting right now. Just screaming OH to our left. This is Morgan Fry swinging at first pitch foul. We've got a tie ball game. 4-4 in the bottom of the sixth. 2 outs. Ellen McVeigh is not happy with herself, and rightfully so. All things considered, that's a 2-run swing from that error. Morgan Fry checks the swing. She did not go. 1-1 count. We've got a ball game, Alex, all of a sudden. And
yeah.
Wolverines up 4-0 at one point. Ugh. This is a game that we said that they absolutely needed to have. Granted, we've got
it's not over yet.
Played. You're right.
But
1-1 upstairs. Ball 2.
But again, you're up 4-0 late into the game. You're expecting to win that game, and it's Ohio State offense so tough to quiet. But it's just a play here or there, a play you see Ellen McVeigh make, I don't know, 19 to 20 times, maybe better, and
sure.
Just goes one way, and now we're tied, and that's just softball for you.
Oh man, wave and a miss by Morgan Fry, straight through that one. Count goes 2-2.
It's not all on McVeigh, of course.
No,
you know,
you're right.
Farley homered, and
you're
maybe
right.
she'd come out to begin the next inning. She hits a solo shot out, whatever it might be.
Sure.
Hoehn's got to execute here 2-2 and end this thing, keep us tied.
A 2-2. Got her looking. Erin Hoehn finds a strike zone. Morgan Fry, not the best day for her today, but the Buckeyes score twice, or 3 times that is, excuse me. 3 times for the Buckeyes. They go. We're tied at 4, headed into the 7th inning as the Wolverines take their little huddle.
Here's what I'll say. If you're a neutral fan, could you have asked for 2 better games today?
Alex, this is as good as it gets. Rivalry softball. I've called a lot of baseball. Rivalry softball. These teams don't like each other. These universities don't like each other. But we've got quite the games today. And we've got one more to go in the weekend. Every time we touch, I can sing this one. Without you, it's hard to survive. You hear that, TJ? I hope you're in the chat, man. That's all I got for you.
I will say, I've been on a lot of games with TJ Fossmeyer. I've never heard him sing.
It's a coward play. TJ, if you're listening, man, you got to break out of the shell a little bit. Got to get the vocals working. But, hey, man, I'm kind of disappointed in you. Can't you feel my... Hey. This will bring back Kennedy K into the circle here for the Buckeyes, of course. She's only 71 pitches into her day, 5.1 innings of work. Lily Valamont. First to bat here for the Wolverines in the top of the 7th. For all the marbles here, 1 for 3 in the day is Lily Valamont. She's got an RBI today, as well as a strikeout. Waiting on Kay. Here it comes. Downstairs, 1-0.
See if Valamont can start the fire here in the 7th. Sealer Erickson due up behind her. Tie game here in the 7th.
All the runs coming for the Wolverines in the 5th inning. The 1-0 misses outside, 2-0.
Valamont had an RBI single in that inning. Squared one up to center.
Valamont Sealer Erickson is the 5-6-7 to lead the Wolverines off in the top of the 7th. The 2-0 on the way to Valamont. Oh, she doesn't like it. That'll be called a strike regardless. 2-1 count.
Look, the Wolverines have shown in this game they can hit Kennedy K.
K responsible for all 4 runs and 9 hits as well. Valamont awaiting the 2-1. Swinging this ball directly over the head of Quartercracks, making the grab. Valamont's going to want that one back. Just missed her spot. That is 1 out here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, got a pitch to hit 2-1. Was ready, had the hips loaded, and tried to turn on it. Just underneath it.
Ellie Sealer, she's 0 for 3 in the day, batting .306 on the year still. The lefty steps into the batter's box and waits on Kennedy K to get set. corner infielders pushed in a little bit. Ball 1.
Sealer's hitless today. Had a walk in the first game. Otherwise 0 for 3 in that one. And as you said, 0 for 3 today. Had a couple nice swings, couple nice chances at the plate. See if she can get something here.
The 1-0 to Ellie Sealer. Swung into left field. Drifting about 5 steps to her left. That's Parisian making the grab for the second out of the top of the 7th here. Last hope in regulation play. This will be Erickson for the Wolverines. Maddie Erickson 1 for 3 on the day. She got an RBI as well. Need some late inning heroics for the Michigan Wolverines. Kennedy K getting comfortable back in the circle. She rocks and fires the 0-0. That's in their first strike. Ohio State crowd pleased.
Erickson, a player who often ambushes first pitch and maybe was sitting on something fast, got an off speed there, didn't cut at it. Down 0-1 now.
I got to stand up here. 0-1 count here to Maddie Erickson. Kennedy K rocking and firing once again. Here it comes. This ball swung into left field. Just missed her spot once again. Backtracking into the outfield goes Kordakrax, and making the final out of the top of the 7th. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Ohio State has it if they want it. Tie ball game, 4-4. Oh. We've got some good games here, Alex.
We have, but this is a huge half inning in the circle for, I imagine, Erin Hoehn. And, you know, this is a game that it's going to hurt if Michigan doesn't come out with it, just like game 1 today hurt. But back-to-back, you don't want to lose 2 in a day like this, and especially this one, 4-0. Got to hold on. And
that's Erin Hoehn.
And, you know, you're a play away from being up 4-2 in this spot, and that's just how it goes sometimes. And if you're Erin Hoehn, you just got to lock and load here and get out some tough hitters, 8-9-1. And
all right, Alex, look who we're starting with, too.
Yeah, Skylar Lamone has had a day. I mean, really has had a day.
Skylar Lamone, the 5'4" lefty with a lot more pop than I had anticipated off of that bat. Oh, boy. All right, warm-up done. That's Erin Hoehn, of course, taking the circle once again. 86 pitches on the day. She can go the distance for sure, too. These girls got youthful arms. They can.
But this is a show me something here, Erin Hoehn, kind of half inning. This is what it's all about. We're tied. Bottom of the 7th inning. You got to shut them down here. Get 3 outs. See what you can do here if you're Erin Hoehn.
See if Skylar Lamone wants to be the hero once again. Oh, showing bunt but pulling back on it. Lamone takes ball 1.
And Lamone, the 8-hitter, but stunner damage.
That she has. She's batting .375 on the year with 2 homers today. Not in today's game, but both of them, that is. Lamone, strike 1. 1-1 count. A run wins it here for Ohio State. We're here in the bottom of the 7th. No outs. We just started the inning. Lamone's going to lay down, bunt back to Hoehn. Hoehn making the play to first. Safe. Indy Langford speed over to first base, but see if Bonnie Thole, yep, she'll come out of the dugout.
Ilak will cover the bag nicely there.
Yeah, she wants a challenge.
As the second baseman, and Bonnie, I think, just asked Alakwa, did you have her? Because if you're Alakwa, you're covering that bag. You know when you feel a foot.
Feel a pop and then the foot.
Yep.
You're right.
And seems like Alakwa had enough to say that Bonnie Thole's going to get the review here. It doesn't. And, and I thought live they got her. Erin Hoehn made a strong throw coming out of the circle. Alakwa did the job of covering with Ramey also on the charge from first, trying to play the bunt. This is a pivotal call here in the bottom of the 7th. Leadoff runner aboard with speed or 1 gone and nobody on. Huge call, and
oh, wow.
Boy, this was quick.
Review over. Safe. Wow.
Yep.
Skylar Lamone, leadoff batter aboard for the Buckeyes. She stands on first. Speedy.
Yep. Now the job's a little harder for Hoehn. Got to settle in here. You got to get Taylor Cruz before this lineup flips over.
Taylor Cruz doesn't like pitch one, and this place
really what this
good.
whole thing is you didn't want to see Jasmine Burns, the two-hitter, and Limon, Cruz, and Hadley Parisian, the leadoff hitter, a lot more, easy to handle than Burns.
Cruz takes the 1-0 outside. 2-0 goes the count.
You can't give in with something too good here when the runner at first wins this game. You also don't want to walk her.
The 2-0 to Taylor Cruz. Here it comes. Bunt laid down. Will spin foul. 2-1 count. That's a critical strike there from Erin Hoehn.
I'm surprised they had Cruz lay down a bunt there with a 2-0 hitter's count and a runner on. You only need one to win this game. I mean, I get wanting to move her in a scoring position with one out.
But you got to see where that 2-0 count kind of works after that one. If it's a ball 3, she'll lay down bunt once again. Play over to second.
No.
Oh, whoa. Incredibly errant throw from Ramey.
Gift.
Play at third, though. They did not get her. So Maddie Ramey collected that ball in between home and first. Threw it into left field.
She didn't have a play at first on the turn, I don't think, and no one covered second base. But I said gift because for whatever reason, Limon took off to third, and Sealer was up with the ball. And the throw to Erickson at third was high. If that throw is anywhere but above Erickson's head, Limon had run herself into an out at third. But Sealer just missed it high, and Erickson couldn't put the tag down in time. And those are the little things that have killed Michigan today. And look, this is now a near impossible task for Erin Hoehn with the winning run at third.
We got runners on second and third here for Ohio State. Of course, one is obviously going to do it. And we're at the top of the lineup here for the Ohio State Buckeyes. This is Parisian. And these people love their OHIO chants. This is unbelievable. And frankly, I'm sick of it, Alex. Can I say that?
I mean, you need Erin Hoehn to find something here, something special. I honestly think here, if you get Parisian, you probably intentionally walk Burns and load him, but first you got to get Parisian.
Oh, she'll swing this ball deep into left field, back, track, and goodbye baseball. Parisian, I said baseball, by the way. I thought a lot of baseball. We talked about this. But either way, Parisian, deep fly ball to left center field. She doesn't want just one run. She wants all three of them. The Ohio State Buckeyes will win Game 2 of the doubleheader 7-4. And, Alex, we talked about it. This is a game that the Wolverines, for lack of a better term, needed.
Yeah. I mean, this is killer. And I think this change, I don't know. Look, there's so much season left. But, man, these are two games you could have won against a top 25 opponent. You were a game up on Ohio State coming into this series in the Big Ten. Now you're a game back of the Buckeyes. And this was the earlier game, sure, you had a lead, but 4-0 in the top of the fifth is a game you gotta have. And unfortunately, there was the McVeigh error at short that was followed by a 2-run homer by Caitlin Farley and a couple other bad breaks, and that's just how it goes. And Ohio State's hitters stayed in it, and Michigan hitters didn't do enough to combat it. And Hoehn and Dirk were competitive, and it's just a tough, and this is a heartbreaker, and I'm, in a way, happy that Michigan has a day off tomorrow to sort of reset before trying to steal one on Sunday. But this is just, it's a heartbreaker. And
that's 9 runners left on base, too, for Michigan, by the way,
yeah,
Alex.
It's killer.
Again, Michigan out-hits the Ohio State Buckeyes today, this time 11-8. But a critical 2 errors for the Michigan Wolverines on defense, too, might tell part of the tale.
And, you know, on this Sunday, got to win. That one becomes even more of a must-win game to steal one here. But at some point for Michigan, as I've said a couple of times, is Michigan, you knew they had 9 games this year. That 3 were Oregon, 3 Ohio State, 3 UCLA, and now you're 0-5 so far in those 9 games. There were 2 of those against Oregon you could have won, including a blown game in the bottom of the 7th. And now you lose this one that you had up 4-0. You were leading in game 1 today as well. You look back at your resume at the end of the year. Where are you in the Big Ten tournament field? How are you on the NCAA tournament bubble? These are the kind of games that you might look back on and think things would look a lot different, but a lot of season left. Michigan's now going to need one on Sunday and is going to have a huge, maybe season-defining weekend coming up against UCLA next week.
Well, that'll do it for us today. We thank you for tuning in. Hey, the doubleheader. Michigan Wolverine softball.
I mean, these were 2 awesome games.
You're right.
If you're a neutral bystander.
You're right. They were.
Or a Buckeye fan.
Well, either way, Ohio State takes game 1. Ohio State takes game 2. We'll be back here on Sunday, courtesy of WCBN. Oh, but boy, what an upsetting day for the Michigan Wolverine softball program. But hey, short memory. We'll be back. For all of us at WCBN, we thank you for tuning in consistently to our program. I've been Luke Bealey, joined alongside Alex Miller. Of course, we'll be back on Sunday, as I mentioned. We'll leave you today, as we always do, with a good night and go Blue.